Are you ready to enter Mr. Funny's toy shop? On a quiet night in the small town of Fairvale, Derek, a night guard, was assigned to watch over Mr. Funny's toy shop, a place that had been closed for years. The job seemed simple enough. Just make sure no one entered, ensure the security cameras worked, and keep an eye on the premises. Derek had worked similar night shifts before, but there was something unsettling about this toy shop. He sat behind the security desk, the hum of the fluorescent lights above the only sound. His phone buzzed and he glanced at it. His shift was just beginning. "Should be a quiet night," he muttered to himself, sipping his coffee. The toy shop had been empty for years, but rumors about its strange owner, Mr. Funny, still circulated around town. Some said the shop was haunted, others claimed the toys moved on their own. But Derek wasn't one to believe in ghost stories. He had his job to do. A few hours passed and everything seemed normal. But at around midnight, Derek noticed something strange on the security monitors. The toy shop door, which was locked, appeared to be opening by itself. "That's odd," Derek muttered, leaning in closer to the screen. He grabbed his flashlight and headed to the entrance. When he opened the door, the shop was empty, and nothing seemed amiss. But as he stepped inside, the lights flickered, and a soft voice echoed through the shop. "Welcome to Mr. Funny's toy shop. Would you like to play a game?" The voice was cheerful, almost inviting, but something about it sent a chill down Derek's spine. He stepped back toward the door, but it slammed shut behind him with a force that rattled the entire building. Derek tried the door again. It was locked. And then he noticed something else. The shelves of toys had started to shift, like they were alive. The once static store now seemed like a maze, twisting and changing in front of him. He was trapped. A loud buzzing noise came from a nearby monitor, and Derek turned to see the face of Mr. Funny appear on the screen. His cartoonish face was too wide, and his grin too bright. "Complete my games," Mr. Funny's voice boomed, "and you may leave. Fail, and you'll stay in my collection forever." Derek wasn't sure what to make of it, but he knew one thing: he had to get out. The first challenge appeared in front of him, a long hallway lined with conveyor belts and swinging hammers. Derek hesitated for a moment before realizing there was no other way forward. With quick reflexes, he dodged the swinging hammers, his heart racing as he leaped and ducked his way down the hallway. Just like those obstacle courses in video games, Derek thought, keeping his focus as the hammers barely missed him. When he reached the end of the hallway, he was met with a second challenge. A large grid of tiles appeared on the floor, each tile representing a different toy. Derek had seen a similar puzzle on the security monitors, and he knew he had to step on the correct tiles to avoid triggering the traps. "Here goes nothing," he muttered, stepping cautiously onto the first tile. Each step felt like a risk, but his knowledge of the store's layout helped him make it through safely. As Derek advanced, the challenges became more intense. In one room, large toy soldiers began marching toward him. They were slow but deliberate, their plastic eyes glowing red. Derek quickly scanned the room and spotted a control panel. With a steady hand, he input the correct code, deactivating the soldiers just in time. "Not bad," he said to himself, though his nerves were on edge. "Just need to keep it together." The final challenge was the most daunting. A massive jack-in-the-box sat in the center of the room, a crank on its side. To open the exit door, Derek had to turn the crank. He hesitated. This is it. One last game. As he turned the crank, a loud pop echoed through the room. Out sprang a giant, cartoonish Mr. Funny, this time larger than life and looming over him. He had a wide grin that stretched from ear to ear, and his mechanical body creaked and groaned. "Can you outsmart me?" Mr. Funny's voice boomed. Derek knew it was time to think fast. He spotted a nearby slingshot left behind from an earlier puzzle and quickly grabbed it. With precise aim, he fired rubber balls at glowing targets on Mr. Funny's mechanical body. Each hit caused the monster to stagger. Meanwhile, Derek used the environment to his advantage, luring Mr. Funny into the path of falling toy crates. After a tense few minutes, the giant toy finally collapsed, and the exit door creaked open. Derek stumbled into the hallway, exhausted but relieved. The toy shop behind him seemed to vanish into the shadows, the once bright lights fading into darkness. He caught his breath, glancing back at the door. The eerie silence of the shop was now deafening. "I'm never coming back here," he muttered to himself, heading for the exit. As Derek made his way home, he couldn't shake the feeling that the night had been more than just a strange shift. Life, much like a toy shop, can be filled with unexpected challenges and moments of fear. But when faced with them, it's not the size of the problem that matters. It's how you face it that counts. Derek learned that even when things seem out of control, creativity, quick thinking, and courage can help you find a way out.